Benvenuto! Welcome to Cherry Hill Home Cooking. My name is Mark. Today we're going to make a brand new recipe for me. This is the first time we're making it, so if you make this along with the video, you'll be making it with us for the first time. It is called garlic butter shrimp a la Dampa. I'm not quite sure if that's how you pronounce it. It's D-A-M-P-A. It's a garlic butter shrimp recipe, and I think the Dampa is a Filipino restaurant. I was going to make a beef brisket today, but for dinner and to make with you guys, but I couldn't find a brisket I liked. It was either too big, too small, too fatty. So I was looking over some other options, like I spend way too much time on YouTube looking at cooking channels. By the way, just recently, say within the last several weeks, the first month, maybe it's always been there, I didn't notice it, but now those the shorts are showing up on your home screen, and I know you can click it off saying you're not interested, but I have become addicted to them. You watch one and just can't, you watch another one before you know it, 40 minutes, an hour has gone by. Anyway, so we'll put the link to this YouTuber's page down in the description. But anyway, so I was looking at this recipe. It looked delicious on, so I clicked on the picture and was watching it. And it was interesting to me for two things. One was it takes a whole clove of garlic, which what could be better? But the interesting thing is you brown the garlic until it's golden brown, which I never brown garlic. Maybe that's just something in Italian cooking we never do, or if there is any dishes out there that call for browned garlic, I've never made it. So I thought, oh, that was interesting. And the other thing that was interesting is she uses a product she called it banana ketchup. On the bottle it says banana sauce. UFC is the company that makes it, so she called it UFC banana ketchup, but I don't believe I've ever tried this or ever used it. And I thought, wow, that's interesting. And we have an absolutely beautiful Asian market in our city. So I went down there, did some shopping. Not only about that, I bought some cute little rice bowls. So it was worth it. So anyway, so I don't continue babbling on anymore, let's get to the ingredients for our garlic butter shrimp. So now, in her recipe, she used those big, gigantic shrimp with the heads on it and everything. I don't generally like to buy anything that has the head on it. So I went and I got some beautiful Black Tiger frozen, peeled and deveined shrimp. I'm going to leave the tails on just because, they'll show up a little, it's easy to tell how, that they're cooked when those turn pink. Wade hates dishes with the tails on, and when we've gone to restaurants, it's always a pain for him that he's got to take the tail off the shrimp. And one time I asked one of our chef friends, who's trained chef, I said, why do they always leave the tails on, or the ends of the tails? He said, well, because that, one would give the impression that they're fresh. Well, hopefully they're fresh, but I don't know if you're in, if you were in Wisconsin, because I don't think there's bordered by a ocean right way. I mean, obviously you're not getting fresh seawater fish from there, but anyway, so these are quite large. Shrimp is not one of my favorite things in the world, but again, it's one of the things Wade really, really likes. He loves shrimp. So I sprung for the fresh caught, frozen black tiger shrimp. So I've got about just a little under a pound here. The big shrimp like this, I think it comes 15 to 21. I pulled out like 15 of them. So I have 3 or 4, 5, 6 left over. But I'm going to fry those up for Wade at, tomorrow. But anyway, you can buy the smaller ones. You don't have to get the big gigantic ones, whichever you prefer. But in general, you want about a pound for this recipe, okay? Now, the next thing you're going to need is 1 full head of garlic. Now, it depends upon how big of the head of the garlic is and so on, but I'm going to say an average size of garlic. So because after all, this is butter garlic shrimp. Then of course our next ingredient that we're going to need is butter. So we've got a half a cup or a stick of butter. Then we're going to need some scallions or green onions. We need a little bit of cooking oil, and we need our banana ketchup. That's it. And this recipe comes together, from what I can see on the video, really fast. I've also made some rice for this to go with us tonight. That's already done. So if you're going to do that, you probably want to do your rice ahead of time, or any other side you're going to have, because, of course, with shrimp, the longer you keep it heated or warm, the more overcooked it's going to get. And that's probably the one sin with shrimp is to overcook it. So anyway, so we need our whole head of garlic. So you guys know how I like to do. So you just kind of do it in case you want to follow along with it. So I just cut off the little root end. I don't even think you actually have to cut off the little root end. I just don't like the idea of it being in my chopped up stuff. So then just take your knife, kind of bend it down like that, and give it a good smash. And that's probably the easiest way to peel a piece of garlic. And since we're going to chop it up, it doesn't really matter if it breaks up. All right, so then we got our whole big head of garlic. And you don't have to mince this, but you want it pretty well chopped. You are gonna, this is gonna be a big part of the dish, and you might not want a big chunk of garlic. So just kind of chop it up into small pieces. All right, and then we've got our scallion, okay? So again, with your scallion, so you're gonna need about 4 pieces of scallion. And we're just gonna cut off the little white rooty area. And you guys, you can cut this really fancy if you want. You want the whites and the greens. I'm just gonna cut it like that. But if you want to do a nice diagonal, something like that, that's easy to do. All right, that's really the only prep that you've got. Now, also, you could chop up your garlic. You of course take the peel off, peel it, and then put that in either like the little handheld mixer that I have, or in your food processor. Wasn't that much of a deal, since that was the only prep we were going to do, so I decided to do it by hand. Okay, I'm going to clean up this little bit of mess. We're going to get this in the pan, and this is going to be done faster than my gabbing to you. See you guys in a bit. Okay, one other quick thing. I can remember, hon, I did mention the oil, right? We're gonna need a little bit of oil to get our pan going. Now, even she said while she was doing the presentation, that the oil has a higher burn point than the butter, so it helps the butter not burn. I know I've seen professional chefs say that isn't true. I'm not a professional chef, I don't know, but she did use oil in hers, so that's how we're gonna do it. But the other thing is, she also uses red pepper flakes, all right? And she puts a pretty good hefty amount in hers, a good tablespoon at least. Wade and I are not particularly fond of really spicy or hot. I would put a few in if I was just making this, or I'd put the full amount in if I was making it to, for other people that like spices. But anyway, red pepper flakes if you like a little hot. All right, so let's get cooking. All right, so we got, we're gonna put, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, enough to give us a little protection, I guess, for the butter in there. And I'm going to put all of our butter in there. Now I'm on about medium high. I'm going to keep this around because she takes a little bit of the garlic once it's browned and out of the pot for garnish. So, smells good. Now I'm going to turn this down just a tad. I was a little over medium, so now I'm slightly under medium. We want to get all of our butter melted. Now, of course, if you have a wok or even a wok-like pan that you can use on your cooktop, you could use that. I do have one of those, and I wanted to use it because I very seldom use it, but I didn't think it'd be big enough. So we went with the flat pan. We're going to need about a cup of that banana ketchup. She didn't specify the amount, and of course, I know I went over the ingredients quick, but we're going to need a little bit of salt and pepper. All right, so our butter's all melted, so we're going to put our entire head of garlic in. Wow. That hits. Obviously, this is, if this is a date night recipe, gonna have to make sure, brush your teeth and gargle well after you eat. I'm one of those people that I could brush and gargle, but for some reason the garlic just kind of gets absorbed into my body and I smell like garlic for several days. But, so, again, those of you that have cooked with us, you know how I'm always about the garlic. You never want to burn the garlic. Now, we don't want to burn the garlic, but we do want to get it golden brown. I saw a few recipes that the person cooking, and a couple of them were chefs, really, really browned it. I don't know why. That just seems to go against everything I know about garlic. So I'm gonna get it golden brown. I'm turning up the heat a little bit because I can feel my pan has cooled down a bit. And I would say, I'm gonna say this is gonna take us a good 5, 6, 7 minutes to get to the point. So you don't have to watch me stir a pot for the next 4 minutes. We'll be back when it's golden brown. All right, we look golden brown to me. I'm gonna just take a little bit out. I can. To garnish. And you can see the color a little bit better on there. All right, then the next thing to do is to get our shrimp in. And with this pan, I should be able to get them in one layer. I have rinsed and pat dried the shrimp. Another really interesting thing this YouTuber was talking about, and it was in subtitles. but she was talking about, you know, rinsing and off the shrimp, and that you should never rinse off or soak the shrimp that you're using until you're ready to use it, because if you leave it sitting in water, it makes the flesh go, you know, absorb too much water and it gets mushy, which sounds like, sounds certainly plausible. I'm just gonna grab a different utensil while you guys watch that cook.
You're using a wok?
What? If I was using the wok? Yeah, no, probably that's what I wouldn't be able to do it in one layer. And I don't cook shrimp all that often. Like I started to say, it's not one of my favorite things in the world, but Wade really likes it. I can eat a few pieces. The thing I cook the most shrimp is a recipe from Arna Garten, or the Barefoot Contessa. She makes this roasted shrimp cocktail, which we absolutely love. I do make that pretty frequently. All right, so we want to give them a turn. I know in this heat source, the middle gets the hottest, and this pan's a little bit big for that burner. So I'm going to turn the middles over first. And you can see they've got a nice pink color. Shrimp cooks relatively quickly. You know, I would say even for a shrimp this size, you're probably going to look about no more than maybe 3 minutes per side. Because then this is going to actually continue to cook a little bit after we put our sauce in there as well. Yeah, 2 more. 1 more. Yay! So you can see the shrimp has started to curl. It's turning that nice salmon or pinky color or orange. I'd say salmon color. All right, so I'm going to let those go for a couple more minutes. And then we're going to add our sauce. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, we've let them cook for about another minute. I think they're right where we want them. So we're going to take our banana ketchup or banana sauce. I've turned down the heat a little bit. Now I'm at probably medium low. And we're going to toss this in there. Get our shrimp all nicely coated. Now at this point, if you were going to do your hot pepper flakes or your chili flakes, now you'd put them in now. I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. I would say in total, maybe about a half a teaspoon. Good 2-3 good pinches. Okay, those seem all nicely coated. And we're going to turn the heat back up to medium. We're going to bring that back to a simmer. Oh, it looks delicious. It smells delicious. Here's my this guy doesn't look coated to me. All right, so we're going to let that simmer for another 3-4 minutes. Throw our green onions in. I'm going to give it a quick taste for salt, and we'll be back. Then we'll do those things. All right, believe it or not, our dish is just about done. I'm going to give it a quick taste. My God, it's delicious. That is very good. The banana ketchup must have a little bit of spice in it because there is a little bit of a heat. And I'm going to throw excuse me, there's a lot of heat. Throw some scallions in there, and we'll save a few for our garnish. And that's it. That is done. Like I said, I feel it has more than enough salt and pepper. And we are ready to serve. Okay, we're finally ready to eat. Like I said, we got some jasmine rice that I made with a little bit of salt and pepper and some vegetable stock. Let me taste that. That looks good. Delicious.
All
right.
I'll go with the shrimp.
It does, yes, yeah. That's what I thought. I love those little soup balls. Okay. Don't forget, I did leave the tail on, so.
Oh, yeah.
Dig in. Let's see. What hour do you need a knife? Well, you know what? I'm just going to pick it up right now. Yeah.
Oh, it's quite good.
It's delicious.
It's quite good. That is delicious.
No, I don't.
I mean, there's a little bit of kick, but not enough.
Yeah, it's got a little bit. That must come from the ketchup itself.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
if I saw this on a, I'll definitely make this again. If I saw this on a restaurant, in a menu in a Filipino or Asian restaurant, I think, oh wow, I think mine was just as good.
Not bad. I love shrimp. This
Delicious.
is good.
Yeah. I'm feeling I have shrimp all over, or I didn't even catch it all over my face. My hands are clean. All right. Before I make anybody else never want to eat again,
Finger looking good.
I'm going to say I really enjoyed this. I definitely will add this to my recipes. And all else I have to say is I hope that you enjoyed watching us make this. I hope that you try it. Let us know. Thank you so much for all your support. And that's
Please
it.
like and subscribe. Check out cherryhillhomecooker.com, and we'll see you on the next video.
Ciao.
Bye.
Well, it's not bad, honey.
That's really good. Bye.